So if you're tired of studying for hours and forgetting everything the next day, you're in the right place. The Japanese approach can help you study less and remember more by training your brain, not punishing it. And don't worry, you won't need to move to Tokyo or meditate under a waterfall to start. This method works especially well for teens and young adults between 15 and 25. That's because your brain is still developing in powerful ways. By learning how to take advantage of this growth period, you can create study habits that will last your entire life. Habits that will make exams, essays, and even presentations much easier. And remember, you don't need to master everything overnight. The Japanese believe in learning step by step, every day. Progress matters more than perfection. In this video, I'll show you how to apply these principles using real-life examples you can use today. Let's begin. Kaizen is a Japanese word that means continuous improvement. It's not about making big changes all at once, but small, consistent steps every day. When applied to studying, it means building tiny habits that slowly lead to big results. Instead of cramming for 6 hours before a test, you review just 10 minutes each day. This method also helps you beat procrastination, because the steps are so small you don't feel overwhelmed. It's easier to say, I'll just review one flashcard set, than to say, I'll study the whole book. But once you start, you often keep going, and that's how progress is made. Japanese schools often start the day with short reviews of yesterday's lessons. This builds the habit of daily repetition and keeps the information fresh. You can do the same with a short morning review or quick quiz before breakfast. It only takes 5 minutes but boosts your memory a lot. Kaizen also works with tracking. Write down what you study every day, even if it's just one page. Over time, you'll see a pattern of effort, and that motivates you to continue. It turns studying into a daily routine, not a chore. The secret of Kaizen is simple. Don't try to be perfect. Just try to be 1% better than yesterday. If you do that, your progress becomes unstoppable. One of the most powerful memory tools in Japan is spaced repetition. This technique helps you remember anything, vocabulary, historical facts, even formulas, by reviewing the material just before you're about to forget it. Instead of reviewing everything all the time, you focus only on what needs review. Efficient and smart. Here's how it works. When you learn something new, you review it after 1 day, then 3 days, then 7 days, then 15, and so on. Every time you review, the memory becomes stronger and lasts longer. This method was made popular by Japanese students and supported by science. You can use flashcard apps like Anki, which were inspired by Japanese study habits. These apps automatically space your reviews based on how well you remember. If you get something wrong, it appears again soon. If you get it right, it waits longer. That way you never waste time reviewing what you already know. Spaced repetition also gives your brain rest time. The brain needs time to process and organize information. Constant review without spacing leads to burnout and forgetfulness. With spacing, you let the brain do its job naturally and efficiently. Japanese cram schools Juku use spaced repetition to prepare students for tough exams. They don't just memorize once, they build schedules to review things at the right time. You can build your own spaced repetition plan with a notebook, calendar, or app. It's not hard, just consistent. One mistake many students make is just rereading their notes or textbooks. It feels productive, but it's actually passive. Your brain needs to work to remember, and that's where active recall comes. Japanese students use this technique to turn every review session into a memory workout. Active recall means trying to remember something without looking at the answer. For example, cover your notes and try to explain the concept out loud. Or write down everything you remember about a topic, then check your notes to see what you missed. This trains your brain to retrieve information, the key to memory. Japanese students often use blank notebooks to rewrite lessons from memory. They close the textbook, write everything they remember, and compare. This not only boosts memory, but shows them what they truly understand. You can do this before a test. It's like giving yourself a practiced quiz. Another form of active recall is teaching others. When you explain something to a friend or even a stuffed animal, you understand it better. That's because teaching forces your brain to organize information clearly. It's one of the strongest study methods in the world and free. Flashcards also work well with active recall. Write a question on one side and the answer on the other. Quiz yourself daily. The key is to try to remember, not just look and read. Even if you fail, your brain learns better by trying. If you switch from passive review to active recall, you'll feel the difference. It's challenging at first, but your confidence grows fast. You'll walk into exams already trained to pull answers from memory. No panic needed. In Japanese culture, focus is treated like a muscle, something you can train, not something you're born with. Many Japanese students practice techniques from Zen traditions to build a calm and clear mind. The idea is simple. When your mind is calm, you learn better and remember longer. One of the most effective techniques is single tasking, focusing on just one subject at a time with full attention. This might sound easy, but in a world full of phones and notifications, true focus is rare. Japanese classrooms often ban phones completely and dedicate silent blocks of time for deep work. You can do the same by turning off all distractions and setting a timer. For 25 minutes of uninterrupted study, even something as simple as breathing can improve your focus. Before studying, Japanese students are often taught to take a few slow breaths to center themselves. Try this. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 4. Do this 3 times. Your brain will feel more stable and ready to concentrate. It's a mini reset you can use anytime. Japanese schools also encourage posture and simplicity in the study environment. Sitting with good posture, using clean desks, and avoiding clutter tells your brain, this is serious time. A clean physical space supports a clean mental space. Try organizing your desk before you begin. It's more powerful than you think. Students who master focus don't study longer, they study smarter. With 30 minutes of deep, focused work, you can learn more than 2 hours of distracted multitasking. This is the magic of the Japanese approach. They value how you study, not just how much. The Japanese education system knows that the brain loves pictures. That's why students are encouraged to create visual notes, diagrams, and colorful charts to help them study. This isn't just about aesthetics. It's about science. The brain remembers images faster than text. This is called dual coding, using both words and visuals to understand. If you're studying biology, draw your own version of a cell with labels. If you're learning history, make a timeline with drawings or a Japanese students often draw kanji characters repeatedly in patterns to memorize them. They associate shape, meaning, and sound all at once, and that's why they remember so well. Color coding is another secret weapon. Use different colors for definitions, examples, and formulas. This helps your brain organize and find patterns. Japanese students often use soft pastel colors or systems with 4 pens, black for body text, blue for important points, red for titles, and green for examples. Try creating your own color system that feels natural. One of the most overlooked methods in learning is teaching. Japanese students often study in small groups where one person explains the topic to the rest. This is based on a simple idea. If you can teach it, you truly understand it. And in Japanese culture, becoming a sensei, a teacher, is a sign of mastery. When you teach something, you're forced to break it down, find examples, and explain it in simple terms. That means you're processing the information on a deeper level. You have to understand it, not just memorize it. That's why teaching accelerates learning. You don't need to stand in front of a class. Start by explaining a topic to a friend, a sibling, or even to yourself in the mirror. Pretend you're on a YouTube video or podcast. If you can't explain something simply, go back and review the part you don't get. This makes gaps in your knowledge clear and helps you fill them. Your environment shapes your behavior. In Japan, students are taught to respect their study space. Their desks are clean, quiet, and distraction-free. Even the lighting and temperature are adjusted to keep focus strong. If you want to study like a Japanese student, start with your surroundings. Look at your current study setup. Is it full of snacks, games, and phone notifications? If yes, it's not your brain that's lazy, it's your environment that's noisy. Start by decluttering your space. A clean desk helps you breathe better, think better, and focus longer. It tells your brain, this is where we work. Japanese students often personalize their study zones with calm colors, natural light, and simple tools. They might add a small plant or an inspiring quote. Some use tatami mats or sit on cushions to make the space feel sacred. You don't need to copy this exactly, but you can create a ritual. When I sit here, I study, period. Lighting matters too. Use warm light for reading and white light for note-taking. Avoid studying in bed. Your brain associates it with sleep. If you're tight on space, use headphones with white noise or calm music to mentally block distractions. You've now discovered 7 powerful techniques used by Japanese students to learn faster, remember more, and stress less. These aren't hacks, they're habits. And when you make them part of your life, studying transforms from something painful into something powerful. Let's recap. Use Kaizen to take small daily steps. Apply spaced repetition to review at the right time. Master active recall by testing yourself often. Train Zen focus through mindfulness and silence. Use visual learning to turn words into images. Teach others like a true sensei. And finally, create a study environment that supports your brain, not distracts it. You don't need to do everything at once. Pick just one method and try it today. Even one habit can change the way you learn, and once you see results, you'll want to keep going. If you found this helpful, leave a comment below. Which Japanese technique are you going to try first? And if you want more content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. We're building a community of smart learners, and you're now part of it. Remember, the goal isn't to suffer, it's to learn with purpose, with peace, and with power. That's the Japanese method. Study less, remember more, and grow a little every day. Thank you for watching, and good luck with your learning journey.